Okay, Mike, this is your first video lesson. You're standing up alongside of Adam Scott. Just general impression, you were thinking maybe you're standing too close to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Your arms are hanging nicely, and you have a nice angle set here between your arms and the club. I think that's spot on. Your observation is good. You kind of have it's not as bad as it looks. There's a shadow here.
Yeah.
They're a little closed.
Yeah,
a little closed.
Yeah.
But I would work on, you and I and most of the people are approaching our age. We're rounded because we've been at the desk, got a computer and everything. Mm-hmm. But what we want is a little straighter back here. In other words, a little higher butt. See, we'll always get this curvature, but we want, and I'll show you how to get into it. But other than that, I think the setup is pretty good. Let's take it back. So, this is really good spot. See how the club overlaps your hand, and the shaft is right on your toe line? Perfect. I bet you there isn't 15% of the amateurs that start with that. See, it's just like Adam Scott. So you're ahead of the game. I mean, when I started working on my swing, it was way back and it was causing all sorts of problems. So you're ahead of the game. Now, the bad news is, look at your head movement just on this takeaway. You're moving it up and back, and up more, and it's now about 6 or 7 inches from where it was.
The whole head away.
To hit, so that movement itself is going to cause some inconsistency, like how much is 7 inches and how much is not enough, and all. Now you've got to make that same movement to get down and hit the ball. Now you're a good athlete, so it comes diving in, doesn't quite get there. So that's why you're hitting it off the toe.
The head's back.
It heads back. At impact, it's back. Back.
The whole head, right?
Yeah, about 5 inches and up 2 inches. Yeah. Impossible to be consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the good news is, I got sidetracked, but that's the first thing that stands out in my brain. That's the earliest thing I see. But the position to here is really good, really good. I mean, I usually have to spend days on that. Still good. This is really good. It's all on plane. See how it's parallel to the yellow line? That's why you can whack it. Now it gets up here, and it's all on plane. But what happens is, that's perfect.
Takeaway's perfect.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
To here.
Yeah.
What happens here is like your 6th, 7th, 8th glass of wine. Nothing good can happen. Nothing good can happen from here on. Okay. So if we just saw it off there, it really simplifies the thing. The right cheek is against the back wall. It's great. This is jetted out a little too much, and we'll get back to that, but this is good. And when you come down, let's just watch this body movement. So you're coming across the top. But look, you got the cheeks against the back wall. It's perfect. Again, maybe only 15% amateurs have that action. So you have 2 components dead cold that are really difficult components. The thing that needs to be refined is you take it up here, and this is good if we can just saw it off. Then from here, watch the butt of the club. It dives straight out. And it's called getting on top of the plane, or shoving it outside. So this is the butt of the club action right here. So it's coming over the top is a classic thing. Now here, and then when you're dumping it this way, the head of the club comes out here. So you'll see the head of the club is outside your hands.
Yeah.
Now it's outside the ball. You can only
Slice it.
No, you can only pull it. You're out here, and then you're pulling it. Now the slice comes in because you're like this. If you release the club head and turn it over like this, it'd go left and more left.
Right.
But you know, your body goes, oh shit, this is going left, so you kind of hang on. It forces you to leave the club face open to slice it back in the fairway. And that's why you develop the hold-on slices. Is if you had a world-class release, it'd be going way over here. Yeah, and 90 degrees left. Yeah. So you know, we're
I'm
yeah.
I'm swiping the ball.
So the main thing is once you're up here, then you're just diving this thing across. Now watch Adam Scott. Cheat because I know the result. Yeah. Okay. Now the butt of the club goes up the red line and down the red line.
Gotcha.
Up the red line and down the red line.
Yeah.
Now yours is going up the line pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So it goes up, circles around. Which is going to be more consistent? See, this guy goes up and down.
Yeah, there's a weird. Right as I start to come down, I seem like I.
Right. So we'll get back to it, but let me just show you. That's the one thing we're going to address. We're going to address sawing off the backswing to here, and getting your hands once they're at the top position like this, then we want them just coming straight at the ball. See, the club is all on plane and all.
The hands coming straight at the ball.
Yeah, the butt of the club, the shaft, everything. And you got the hands clear outside here.
I feel like I'm throwing a bag of coal or something.
Well, but here's the magic, and you know I'm giving you the secret right off the top. Once he's here, now the swing actually starts from the lower body. He'll push off his right instep, watch his lower body. The lower body will turn through it. You're starting from here. You're up here and you're going. It's all upper body.
Okay.
So if you keep your hands here and start the lower body, the club head comes in here, trailing your hands, and you're not going to do this over the top.
Okay.
So it's the trigger for the downswing that's causing this major over the top.
See,
you go way over the top. See, the club's way outside your hands there. Look where his club is. So he's at the top. He's here, and the club head is here. You coming into the ball. Look, your club head's way out here. So this is going to be a glancing blow. So let me finish the thing, and then we'll get back to the actual lesson. So then from here, you come through, and look, another good element. You finish right on plane. See that shaft right on plane?
Okay, yeah.
And you keep the butt against the back wall.
Okay.
Really good. Most amateurs don't have that. It's taken us years to get there. Let's see from the other dimension. There should be no surprises from here, because you're coming across the top, and we can almost predict what this looks like. And that's a pretty good grip. We can take a look at it. It's like it's going at your chin. In reality, we want it over here, but that grip isn't causing any problems. Okay. You know, we had that head movement we were talking about earlier, and not only is it going back and up, it's going away from the
Yeah.
So it goes way back.
Up the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So you're up here at the top, and this is really a weak position because you rolled out to the outside. You really want it the weight on here.
The inside
Yeah.
the outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you want, this should be the angle of your lower body.
Okay.
The hip actually goes back, and you keep it up the instep, and that's where you are. You lose some width here.
Okay.
You know, what happens usually is you get it back in pretty good shape, and you kind of manufacture getting your hands up high by breaking the width. Now, the trouble with the width is look at your hands to your chin is like somebody's 4'10" as opposed to 6 foot,
okay.
5'11", whatever you are.
Yeah.
That's max width. So you have a bigger swing arc. And another thing is when you come in here and you break it, that's motion you don't need. And how much do you break it? Would that be too much? Would that be not enough?
Yeah.
And then the worst is when you come down, you have to reestablish the radius. So you have more motion getting to here. Right. So the idea is keep this ramrod straight here and here. You don't have to worry about finding ground. When it's bent, you have to find ground. Yes, you have to find ground. Whereas here, you got it all measured. All you do is turn and then through. So let's we'll backtrack into that. So we can work at this position secondarily. I want to take care of the head movement to begin with, and I want to take care of overswinging, and I want to start with figuring out how to deliver the club better to the ball. But what I'll do is I'll give you copies of this next to what Adam Scott looks like.
Okay.
And also let's just follow this thing through. I'll show you. This is what she looks like at the top. And the width of this that he has from his chin to his hands.
Yeah.
And see how the right hip is back,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a straight line, and the weight is actually over his right instep.
Right, and then here on my left.
Yeah. Now, I like this though. You got this left leg collapsed in fine, except they call it loading up the right side. We'll show you how to do that. But I'll just capture this right now. Okay, so then when you come through, because you're just trying to save it, and you're trying to slice it back on the fairway, you kind of get this chicken wing thing, and you're afraid to close up the club face because it's going to go drastically left on you.
Okay.
So that's how you develop the slice.